Ooh. Hi, guys. Happy holidays.
Oh.
I brought Santa with me today. He's just going to make sure I do my job well. Hi, guys. Let us know if you can hear us okay, if you can see us okay. Hey, guys. All right. Raymond says, Spirit has bombarded me with guidance and messages the past half year. I pass. Okay. Well, we're still happy to see you. Hello. All right. Looks like everybody is seeing us okay. Hi, guys. All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us today. I haven't been feeling the Christmas mood much, so we thought, why not do a Christmas episode? Maybe it'll spark our Christmas mood. And I think a lot of people are kind of not feeling it this year. And I just want to make sure that everybody understands that, it's okay. There's a lot of shifts and a lot of changes happening right now. We're getting massive energy sent to us in order to push the 3D and the 5D to disconnect towards the end of this year, which is like a week and a half away. So a lot of stuff is happening on an energetic scale, on a universal scale, in order to push the dimensions apart, to separate them. And that does have an influence on us and how we feel. Okay. Is that presents? Yes, I put presents on my thing. They're going to keep falling off, so I'm trying my best here. They don't really want to stick in there. Anyway, I'm for sure not feeling it. Danette says, yeah, everybody I talk to is like, yeah, everybody's like not feeling it. But again, I just want to, I want to kind of make you feel like there's nothing wrong with you. Okay. We're not feeling it either. And Spirit has explained to me it is because it's almost like because of the energy that's being pushed into our world to make the disconnection of the 3D, 4D, and the 5D happen. It's putting us sort of on neutral, like we feel very neutral about things. We feel like we just want to lay down and sleep a lot. We don't have a lot of energy. We have kind of, I don't know if you guys noticed, but we have a lot of weird dreams lately. And it's because of this massive influx of energy, of high separative energy. So if you're feeling that, just know that there's nothing wrong with you. I hope you can sort of still enjoy the holidays and still be in a space of gratitude and compassion and love. But it's okay if you're feeling off. It is actually a side effect of what's happening at this time. And this is the most energetic influxes we've ever seen, ever in our history of mankind. And so they are very important. The 5D is disconnecting, but don't worry if you haven't fully transitioned into the 5D, you will. Okay, you still have a 12-year cycle before everything is completely separated to a degree where we can't have connection with each other anymore. All right. Anyway, so what are we doing today? We're doing free angel card readings. So this is where I allow Spirit to flip out a card for you, and then I share with you what I feel on an intuitive level. It's not channeling to my highest level. It is on an intuitive level, okay? Channeling is still a nudge up, but this is just for fun. So for people who might not get a card, know and understand that Spirit will use other people's cards and answers to bring a message forward to you, because there's usually too many people for us to pull cards for every single person. So pay attention to other people's messages, because you might get a nudge from spirit that the message is meant for you as well. So if you're getting that feeling like, I feel like they're talking about me, or you're getting angel bumps, or you just have that question in your head, I wonder if this is for me as well. Well, if you do, then then it is for you. Otherwise you wouldn't have gotten that question. Okay, so really kind of focus on everything that's being said. I think that we can all learn from each other as well. There's always something that we can relate to. Take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't. Okay. Santa is saying hello to everybody. Thank you, Small Wildflower. Thank you, thank you, thank you for that great gift. Okay, well, let's get started. So I randomly go over names, and I just kind of go.
I'll use magic.
Gerald's going to use his magic. Santa's going to use his magic. I'm so used to saying, you know what. Okay. All right, Santa. So don't worry. I don't go in the right order. I go up and down until something comes up, okay? Okay, Stacy Allen. Stacy Allen. I'll write it down so I can put it in the comment section, and or AKA Feisty Irish. Feisty Irish. I like that name. Let's get you a card, my love. Okay, we'll go with this one. It is so windy here. We're having a little bit of a storm outside.
Reindeer.
Is that what I hear banging? Is that your reindeer?
Yes.
It's got to be Rudolph.
Yep.
It's probably hitting the door or something.
Probably.
We're all sick this week. Yeah, my brother and his family is all sick too. A lot of people being sick. Let's see. Elephant, open yourself to true abundance. And you also have dog, be disciplined in your home and community life. Look at you, you got 3. And rats, be true to yourself and the universe will reward you. Stacy Allen, look at that. You got a whole bunch of cards that came out. Okay. Let's see, what am I getting on an intuitive level? I'm really being drawn to the dog card. You know, the dog is your friend. Home can be your friend as well. It's almost like in some way or form your stress. I just feel a lot of stress inside of you. The stress that you're holding on to, the unknown, the kind of fear for the unknown really is kind of limiting the expansion when it comes to your home. So it just feels like you really have to, you got to be in a state of abundance. You got to be in a state of abundance. Okay, look at this elephant, you know, yeah, water, cleansing itself, having fun. You gotta be in a state of trust, okay? When you can do that, then you're gonna have your home, your cocoon, you know, this is your home. See this it's like, oh, he's sleeping, he's got his home, he's got his little safe haven, you know. You got to really get rid of the stress. You got to get rid of the worry. Whatever the worry or stress may be, get rid of it. Really start to have faith in the universe. Have faith in your higher self to bring you and to guide you to the best location, the best home that is out there for you. So really trust. You know, this is like your higher self and this is you, right? You got to trust your friend. You got to trust your partner, because you guys are, you know, you're one and the same entity, but one entity is in a higher vibrational state always. The other entity is having a human experience, but together you guys make this life up. This is your creation. Okay? So you got to work with your friend. Okay? You got to work with your friend, and you really have to feel the abundance. Okay? If I trust my higher self, then everything's going to be okay. I don't need to know all the answers. I just need to go where I feel I need to go. I just need to look where I feel I need to look, where I'm being guided to. Okay. And if you don't feel anything, that's okay too. Maybe it's not the right time for you to find the location. Okay. You got to have faith. Have faith in your higher self. Feel the abundance today. Feel your home. Imagine it. Create it. Design it. What do you want it to look like? What do you want it to feel like? Okay. And then the home will come to you. Okay. The home will come to you. And I do feel like if you can do that, if you can let go of all of that and move into a space of trust that everything happens at the right time, okay, then you're going to see something manifest very, very quickly. Okay. And I'm talking in the matter of maybe even a month or two. So really, really, really focus on working on those two aspects. All right. Christine.
Sound like the car.
Like the car. Christine Grimes. Having had a hard time for 2 months. Okay, let's see. Oop, hold on. Boink. There it went.
It's my energy.
It's working. It's working, Santa. True healing occurs when I give myself permission to feel whatever feelings live below the triggers. Christina. Oh, you're welcome, Stacy. I hope it resonates. Christine. True healing occurs when I give myself permission to feel whatever feelings live below the triggers. You know, it's about it's about allowing yourself to feel shitty. It's about allowing yourself to feel unhappy or to feel lost for a little bit. Okay. It's about surrendering that that's part of the emotion right now. That's part of your experience right now, but knowing deep inside and repeating that over and over again as a mantra into your mind that, hey, it's only temporary. It's only temporary. Whatever's happening, it's only temporary. Nothing lasts. Okay. It's about allowing yourself to feel shitty while knowing and feeding the knowing that everything's going to be okay. Does that kind of make sense? Okay. That everything is going to be okay. So allow yourself to feel whatever it is you're feeling, but remain in the state of consciousness, not in a victim consciousness, but in a manifestor consciousness. Right now, nothing is happening the way I want it to go, or nothing is happening the way I planned it to go, but that's okay. I'm learning, I'm growing, I'm expanding from this experience, and I am moving into a new vibrational plane. Okay, I am moving into a new vibrational plane, which is going to support the dreams, the desires, and the wishes that I would like to see for my new reality. Okay, so really change the mindset and kind of focus on those kind of words. All righty. I hope that helps, my love. Let's see. Small wildflowers. Let's get you a card. Okay. Small wildflowers. What is that? You think it's the wind?
Or the reindeer?
Or your reindeer? You think it's still a reindeer?
Probably. It can be naughty at times.
Okay, they're going for the same cards. Hold on, guys. Let me just check something. It helps. Yes, Christina says. Okay, thank you, guys. Thank you, Christina. Christina's on the Patreon page, so every now and then I gotta go back and forth between two pages.
Well, thank you.
Crazy reindeer trying to get in from the store. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can hear it, but my door keeps going. Bo, 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 bo. It's bad out there.
I know. I tell Finger all the time, though, to behave. Well, thank you, Catalina.
Let's see what Spirit has today as a message for small wildflowers. It's the elves. Panda. Panda, panda. I always have to think of that cartoon with the dogs.
Ah, yeah. Panda, panda.
Panda, panda. It's like a bunny. He goes, panda, panda. Anyway, it's a kid's movie. Panda, stay balanced and in your essence. Archangel Mary, Jophiel, and Sandalphon. Okay. Small wildflowers, what the Spirit has to say to you. I'm really being drawn to the jewel on the card right there. It kind of highlights. It's almost like you have to embrace the gem that you are, but also protect yourself. Okay, I feel like you're not doing enough protection on an energetic level. You're very empathic and you really connect to a lot of the energies outside of yourself. I feel like you're a sponge that seems to attract energies to you, and then your body is kind of overflowing with heavy energy, and then you're going to feel it and you're going to identify with it, and it's not even yours to identify with. So you do need to focus a little bit more on protecting your energy, putting yourself in your bubble. You can do that through wearing crystals. You can do that. I do all of it because I'm such a magnet. You know, I have to like double protect. Not that there's fear. Don't approach it with a state of fear. There's no fear. It's just to keep your energy up and running. So you can visualize in the morning that you're putting your shields up. You got to Jedi that shit. Do you know what I'm saying? You got to imagine that goes all the way around you. Okay. And then you say, okay, we're good to go. My shield is up. Only love can enter. All negative energies or all heavy energies will be balanced off, will be removed. Okay. So yes, protection is key, is what they're saying. Protection is key. It's almost like a lot of the stuff that you feel down about, or a lot of the stuff that is affecting you on a emotional level, doesn't even belong to you. It's just stuff that you're pulling from the ether, or that you're picking up from people that you communicate with or that surround you. Okay, so the more you cleanse, foot baths with sea salt, wear your crystals, put some crystals around your bed while you're sleeping, so that way you can cleanse while you're sleeping, and make sure you put your shields up. And then if you cleanse enough, you'll notice that a lot of those feelings that you're like, I don't even know why I'm feeling down, or I don't even know why I'm feeling like this, so it just came out of nowhere. Well, a lot of that is because it doesn't belong to you in the first place. And so the more you cleanse on a weekly and a daily basis, at beginning daily, and then it'll go to weekly, the lighter you're going to feel, and the more you're going to notice that those weird feelings and those kind of experiences that you can't really explain will start to disappear. Okay, that seems to be a very important message for you. Small Wildflower says, I used to, but then it's like I forgot it all, like a memory wipe. Well, it's time to restart, my love. All righty, sound good. Grounding in nature helps me too. Yes, absolutely. It's a great way of
Or in my
doing it.
case, the North Pole.
Yeah, Gerald goes into the snow. Nice, Dina.
Yep.
Thank you. Okay. Angel card for me, please. Jacqueline. Jacqueline. Go Jay. AKA Go Jay. Okay. Let's get your card, Jacqueline. Let me write it down. Go Jay. Just in case we have another Jacqueline. You never know. Woo! There it went. There it went, Jacqueline. Energy flows where my intention goes, my love. Energy flows where my intention goes. Okay, what you focus, you will receive. What you focus, you will receive. I don't know why, but I keep thinking lungs. Have your lungs been bothering you, or do you have a cough or something like that? I don't know why, but your lungs come up. It's almost like you need to cleanse the lungs. Huh. I just feel a pressure. I just feel a pressure right here. Okay. So it could be the heart chakra or it could be your lungs. For some reason, I keep thinking lungs, but you definitely need to do a cleanse of the heart chakra. It's almost like you're holding on. You're holding on to too many things from the past, and it puts a pressure on your chest. Okay, it puts a pressure on your chest. So it's really about cleansing. Cleanse your heart chakra. Really focus on, you can visualize it. You can, there's exercises to balance out the heart chakra. But most of all, I feel like there needs to be kind of a release of the past. I just feel like although you're a very spiritual person, you do tend to hold on to past events, past trauma. And I feel like you've processed a lot of those trauma on an intellectual level, but I feel like the energy still lingers on. And for you, it's in the chest because it broke your heart. I just feel like your heart was hurt. You were emotionally attacked or emotionally challenged in whatever way or form. And I just feel heaviness in the heart. So really, really try and release whatever it is that you're still holding on to. A good trick, for example, is standing in the shower, visualizing that whoever may have hurt you or whoever may have hurt your heart, visualize that person in front of you, visualize the energetic cord between you two, and you just let them go. You just say, I forgive you for breaking my heart, or I forgive you for the heartache that you have given me. I deserve peace. I no longer want to take this energy with me into my new reality, and therefore I am disconnecting from our past. And then you just envision a big scissors cutting that energetic cord between you, and just as you're cutting, the individual visualize that he or she is falling into a million pieces and is being flushed down the drain. The shower is a perfect place to let go and cut energetic cords. Okay, again, you're not forgiving them because they have they have the right to be forgiven. No, you're forgiving them because you have the right to no longer take that energy with you into your future tense. Okay, so really work. It just looks like mucus to me. I don't know why, but I feel like there's mucus in the lungs, and I feel a heaviness on the heart chakra. So really do some cleansing. Because a lot of people think they've processed information, and I can tell you that a lot of people have, but on an intellectual level. We still have to remove the energetic cord. We call that energetic cord cutting. Okay. There you go. I hope that helps. Dina Jacob. Thank you. Happy holidays and a happy new year. Thank you so much. Let's get you a card, my love. Let's get you a card. Okay, Dina. Yeah, for me, showers always work.
Or a glass of milk cookies.
Yep, for Santa, a glass of milk and cookies, and all the worries are gone. Instant satisfaction. Food can do that.
Mm-hmm.
Food can make you feel better. You know, for many,
it
food
makes Santa feel better.
Food is a way of finding some kind of happiness. Dina, let's get your card, my love. How are the girls doing this holiday? They're okay. They're having a hard time understanding the vacation time because autistic children very much live in the here and the now. So Leah has been asking all day what school she has to go to tomorrow, which she does normally, but I keep telling her it's vacation. But she's like, okay, vacation, but I don't think she understands the concept. But she'll get it. Other than that, they're doing great. They're very excited about opening gifts. Although there's not that many gifts, but every day we have like a Advent calendar. And so I try to explain to them, if it's 0, then you can open the presents. So Jada, my oldest, keeps turning it to 0. And then she's like, can I open it now? They don't have much concept of time, autistic kids. So it's just because they live in the here and the now. They don't think of the past. Whatever happened yesterday is already out of their memory. They just don't live in the man-made created timeline as we do. Okay, Dina, action number 9, movement needed. Okay. Here we go. What am I getting for you, Dina? It's time to it's almost like you've been thinking for a while to make certain changes or to create something, and it's time to put those ideas into action, to start the process of materializing that which you have been thinking about for quite some time. It's almost like it's going to give you wings. It's going to give you the freedom to go and to live life according to your own rules and your own schedule. Okay, so whatever it is you're thinking about, whatever project you have been thinking about, it's time to get the ball rolling. It's time to put the energy in motion. Okay, so start sending out the energetic vibration that you're creating this, that this is happening now, and really get that ball rolling. Okay, that's what I'm getting. They're giving it a thumbs up. They're going, yay, you're going to be great. So really kind of focus on that. Okay, all right, let's see here. Vera. May I have a card, please? I've been told several times that I have to reclaim my powers, divine powers. I have tried, but I can't do it. And I was told again and again to call my powers back to me before my powers were taken. Perhaps I could have had enough power to do such a thing. Since years, I want to get them back, but they don't come. As I'm told again, I would be happy to know how to reclaim them. Or can someone do it for you? I would like to have a card on that, please, because I'm not getting forward. Okay. Okay, Vera, let me just tell you something. Nobody took your powers away. You've just created a reality for yourself where you make yourself believe that your powers were taken away. And that's how you regain your power, by letting go of a false definition that you're living by. Nobody can take away your powers. Only person who can feel powerless is you, if you choose to align with that truth. The thing is, your core being is always empowered, always. Why? Because your higher self is always in its natural state. This physical form is only an expression of consciousness of that natural state that is always present in a higher realm. Okay? You're not really here. You're simply have placed a part of your consciousness into a temporary physical avatar to have a physical experience of the things that you cannot experience in the higher realm, in your home state, in your natural place of being. Okay, so how do you regain your power? You transcend victim consciousness. Stop being a victim. Nobody took anything away from you. You just let them believe, you just believed that they did that. Okay? Nobody can take your power away from you because it's nobody's, nobody can take it. It's just, that's just how it is. It can't. It's who you are. Okay? Now, your belief system can give you the illusion that you've lost your power. Okay? And that's how you regain your power, by changing your belief system, by transcending victim consciousness, by understanding that nobody ever took it away. You just started to identify with a definition of loss that is an illusion. Okay? You can never lose anything because you are everything. Okay, why are you everything? Because you are God expressing itself as an individual. Yes? So that's how you get it back, by understanding that nobody ever took it away. You have just convinced yourself, you have aligned with a false belief, you have aligned with a false statement, a false definition. You have been living your life with a false definition that somebody took away your power. When we get hurt, nobody takes away our power. We choose to feel hurt. It's a choice. Even though on a human level, we don't want to feel that way, we are still 100% in control of our emotional state and our mental state. We choose to be a victim. We choose to let other people take away our power, but it's the illusion of taking away our power because we have aligned with the definition that they hurt us, therefore they took our energy. Does that make sense? You can tell the storm is kind of affecting. It's chopped up here. Does that kind of make sense? So that's what it is. But you also wrote to me to have to reclaim my power. Yes, reclaim your power by changing your belief system. Reclaiming it means you are now validating again that you are empowered. That is what reclaim your power means. It's a validation. It's a change of consciousness. It's about understanding that you're 100% in control of your reality and what you choose to experience. It's about stop allowing the illusion of victimhood to affect you. Nobody has any control over you. Nobody. Okay, that's how you reclaim your power. Reclaiming means you are now re-announcing, I am empowered again. Doesn't mean somebody took it from you. You took it from you because you decided that in your mind, somebody else hurt me. Somebody else made me feel like crap. Therefore, I now need to feel like crap for the rest of my time. And that's not the truth. People hurt me. People hurt Santa sometimes. Okay, it happens. Okay, but it doesn't mean you have to give away your power. So how do you reclaim your power? By claiming it. And how do you claim it? By stop being a victim. A man did 10 years ago. Nobody did that. You allowed it to happen. No, you allowed him to design your life for you. That's it. You believed that he had more power than you, and it's your belief system that creates and continues to create the suffering. That man had no power. Uh-oh. Are we back? Are we back? Damn tech God, be with us. We're back. Okay. Do you understand, Vera? Nobody took away your power. You just allowed yourself to be convinced by somebody else that you have no power. And now it's time to let go of that false belief and reclaim your power. That's it. Your power was never lost. Do you understand? Vera, you could do this. That's how we transcend victimhood, by understanding that nobody, but absolutely nobody, has any control over you unless we allow them to make us believe that they do. But it's a choice. You understand? I've been hurt so many times. I was raped by my grandfather. I went through, my parents always had trouble all the time. Okay? I've been abused and used and abused and used. I had to.
Ted is here.
No, I know, but I'm not a victim. I had to learn to transcend the idea that I was a victim, because I'm not. In some way or form, they are just experiences to help us understand ourselves better, to help us understand the opposite of being abused, of being loved. We can't understand what love is unless we've been hurt before. We can't understand what cold is unless we've experienced hot. Everything is simply an experience. We're not really here. Okay? But you are the one in control. I'm not a victim, but I want my powers back. She doesn't get it. If you still believe that you have no powers, you are victimizing yourself. So you're still a victim, my love. Stop telling yourself that you have no powers. You don't need to get them back. You simply need to redefine yourself. Okay? Reclaim your power by redefining your ideas. Because nobody's hurting you anymore. That man is not hurting you anymore. You're victimizing yourself. Think about it. Because you keep telling yourself, I have no power. That's self-victimization. 101. Okay? Think about it. Let it sink in. I'm very passionate about this because I know Vera can do this. I know you can do this, girl. You can do this. Okay? Yep. If I can do it after years and years and years and years of suffering, then so can you. Anybody can do it. And I got no help whatsoever. I did it all on my own. You can do it. Transcend victim consciousness. Know that the majority of humans, are self-victimization. Okay, we victimize ourselves over something that happened to us in the past, of something we either had no control over or was done to us. And so their abuse is over, and then for the rest of our journey, we just victimize ourselves. You have to change that pattern. You're not a victim. You went through an experience, and it's going to make you stronger, and it's going to make you more empowered, and it has given you the foundation of what you now know a relationship should look like. It's given you all these bits of information about yourself. How do I respond in a situation like that? Why did I allow that to happen? Blah, blah, blah. There's 1,000,001 things that you've learned from that experience. You were not a victim. You learned, you grew, and now you're going to ascend into manifestor consciousness. You're going to transcend that victim consciousness. Why? Because you can, because you have that power. But you got to reclaim it. I got the power. I and only I can decide what my reality looks like. Claim it. Own it and fight for it. Got it? That is my Christmas gift to you. Tough love. Because I know you can do this. All right. Moving on.
No, I just take like out.
Go ahead, Santa.
Oh, yeah.
Santa's going to give his little 50 cents.
Yes. Well, what you have to learn is this, though, is this, that, you know, you always have the glow inside you. It's always with you every single day, every moment, and every single day. You just have to touch and tap into it, though. When you start learning to tap into your inner self, though, your inner strength, your inner wisdom, your inner courage, your inner love, you know what I'm saying? And you express it, saying, but you express it in a way, though, that's going to resonate not only with yourself, but with other people, though. And then people will start to see that as well, too, though. But in order to do that, you have to be able to stand in your own power, though. You have to feel the glow inside you, because it's always there. It's always connecting you at all times, though. But you got to learn to tap into it. And you can't let anybody else take away your glow or your shine. You know what I'm saying? There's only, if you let someone else take your glow and shine away, you're doing it to yourself, though. Okay?
Yeah.
So always
you're
make sure
always complete and whole on the inside. And she says it wasn't really a relationship, it was an energy vampire. It's still a relationship. Any kind of communication you have with another individual is a relationship. Okay? Doesn't always mean that it's love and all of that. Okay? Any kind of connection is a connection, a relationship. Okay. And it doesn't matter. Okay, yeah. Santa, you pick one. Santa's gonna pick one. I'm gonna go up and down.
Yes, sure. Let me see.
Thank you guys for all the Christmas gifts. We really appreciate it.
Sure. I was tapping into his magic. Hold on a second.
Santa's taking a while.
Let's do Autumn.
Who?
This one I have. Autumn.
Autumn Chalkline. Okay, Autumn. Santa's picking you, my love. Autumn Chalkline. Are you a teacher by any chance? Chalkline.
You're welcome, Autumn.
Okay, let's get a card for Autumn. They're big cards, these. You have like small cards, but these are like really big, but I love them. Anything that had like cards with animals, I love. I love animals.
I have lots of the North Pole. Tons of them.
We only got 2 cards this year. We'll put them over there. 2 Christmas cards.
But I have a whole bunch of North Pole.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Autumn, they fell on the floor.
Is Santa a leader?
No, Santa's a healer. Keeping it in check. Pay attention to what is going on around you. You might be moving into something too quickly or missing some important details. That's the first one. There we go. And then connect to source. Go within to discover what needs to be done. Create the shift required to attract what you want. Ooh, they're really kind of playing with each other, these cards, aren't they? There we go. Okay. Autumn, what am I getting for you? I keep thinking like you're over analyzing something. You're overthinking something. You have to go more with the flow. It's almost like the more you think about something, the more you're going to destroy it. The more you manipulate it, the more you push it away from you instead of towards you. It just feels like you want something to happen, or you want an experience, you want to have a certain experience, but they're saying don't overthink it, because then you're just pushing it further and further away from you. Just allow the universe to bring it to you whenever it needs to arrive. Does that kind of make sense? Just flow. If you look at the otters, you have you ever seen an otter in water? They just kind of flow, they glide. It's almost like they're surfing on water, and then they go underneath and they glide. There's no resistance when they're in the water, and even outside of the water, there's just no resistance. It's almost like, your mind plays tricks on you. It creates a barrier, a boundary, an energy of resistance. And then you just kind of, it's almost like you postpone everything. Every time you think you're getting closer, it's a little bit further away from you, so don't stop over analyzing life. Stop overthinking it. Stop trying to figure things out all the time. Does that make sense? Stop trying to worry about it. It pushes everything further away. Just let it happen naturally. Okay. Could it be my new apartment or going on a trip? It could be. Okay. But whatever it is, and this counts for all of life, we just have to send out the desired experience. We send it out and we leave it. Okay, guys, now it's up to you. I'm just going to get excited about it. I'm going to be ready to receive. It's going to be amazing. I'm going to, whatever it may be that you're wanting, envision how it's going to make you feel today, but leave the details up to the universe. It will show you where to go. It will guide you to it. Okay. The more we think about it, we overthink it, we overanalyze it, we categorize it, the more the brain is involved, the more we push it away from us, because we ruin the energy and the flow of it coming into your reality by putting worry and fear in the analytical mind, okay? Because we wouldn't, if we were fearless about it, if we had complete faith about it, we wouldn't analyze and try to figure out what's the next step and this and that and this and that. The next step will hit you. It will come to you if you're just willing to stay mindful and willing to listen. Okay, you got to listen to the signs and the signals and the inner vibration that's happening all the time. Does that make sense? So it's really, really important to understand that the moment we try to interfere with the natural creative process of aligning with what we feel we need, we want, we have sent out, we have requested, the moment we use this little noggin, you create a disturbance in the energetic field that you just created. Okay, when we feel excited about something and we want something and we want to desire, I'm sending it out. I'm ready to receive. And you get that feeling of, yes, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be great. Guess what? That fills your energetic field. And then that energetic field starts to match with a reality that where that experience is. And then you can experience it in the physical. But this is what happens. People get excited, and they might get excited for a day or two, maybe even a week. And then the worry starts to happen. And then the overanalyzing starts to happen. And then we're trying to figure out, okay, but what do I do next? And do I go there? Do I go there? Do I do this? And then this brain starts to send out all kinds of disruptive signals out, right? Lower vibrational signals, because we're worried. And now we're overanalyzing. And this is creating impulses that are being sent out into our energetic field, completely destroying the original field that you had created to align with. Does that make sense? And then bam, we push it further away. And then we're like, okay, hold on. And then I know how people work. And then they're like, oh, I got to get back in the zone. Got to get back in the zone. Got to get back in the zone. And then they're like, I got to feel it. I got to feel it. I got to feel it. Right? And then you go up and down. And then you're pulling it closer again. And we're not patient enough. And we're like, it's not happening. It's not happening. Then we're analyzing again. And boom, you've just pushed it a mile away again. Do you see what I'm saying? Trust that it's going to come at the right time, but trust that it's already on its way. Okay? You don't need to have all the steps figured out. The universe will make sure that you walk the steps that you need to walk on in order to align with that reality. Okay? Woo! This is a very passionate, it's you, isn't it? It's Santa.
I have that effect.
He has that effect on me. My energy's like,
It's the magic I bring.
see what that does to me? Santa. Oh, Lord Almighty. You're welcome, Adam. All right. Let's see. Sunshine. Oh, it's Ray Doon. Hi, sweetheart. Let's get a card for Ray Doon. Okay. Or AKA Sunshine. Sunshine, lollipops.
Oh, we love you too, Sylvia.
Okay. Ta-da! Which one? This one. Ray Doon. Let's see what Spirit wants you to know today. Boom! Did you see those flies, Santa?
Yep.
Just like your reindeer.
Of course.
Moderation and precious time, my love. Moderation and precious time. Okay. Moderation. Is there something you know you shouldn't be eating? Ray Doon. Try to eat mindfully and healthily, although the fairies say that a little bit of what you fancy is okay. And then precious time. The fairy of time wants you to experience every moment fully and to make the most of your precious time. Be mindful not to waste other people's time either. Ray Doon, what am I getting for you? Normally it's not so much about food, but this time I feel like it is. It's almost like you need to reduce the sweets intake, my love.
Oh, I love sweets.
I know. It's almost like the sugar intake needs to go down for just a little bit. Just a little bit. And that includes fruit. See, a lot of people, we understand that fruit is healthy, but it also contains an enormous amount of sugar. So I just feel like for some reason they're saying, especially around the holidays, it's really tough, isn't it, to keep an eye on your diet. Mm-hmm. But they're saying try and avoid the sugar. Okay, for some reason, it's almost like it's creating sort of a chronic inflammation in the body. And, the precious time card, it just kind of feels like, look, use your time well to heal, okay, to heal the body before you go back into, eating some sweets from time to time. It's all about balance. But for some reason, I feel like your joints are hurting and there's a lot of pressure in your neck as well. Joints and neck, I feel it's hurting, and they're just showing me chronic inflammation. Okay, so reduce the sugar. Okay, even a little bit less fruit in your diet, but it's about reducing the sugar for at least a couple of weeks so the body can restore the inflammation, can heal the inflammation, and kind of get rid of the sugar addiction. Does that kind of make sense? Could be food with milk protein. I'm not really into sweets. It is possible, but I just keep feeling sweets for some reason. Food with milk protein. Are you allergic to milk? Whatever it is, it just feels like it's something you're craving and you have to let it go. I see sweets because I'm a sweetaholic. That's why I'm so sweet, because I like sweets. But whatever it is, it's not good for you and you're craving it for some reason. Let it go because it's causing kind of a chronic inflammation. Give the body some time to heal. And it'll give you more time. It feels, your body will be grateful. It'll give you more time on this earth if you are very mindful of what you eat. Okay, that is the message I'm getting for you today. So hopefully that helps. Soda, yeah, anything that's got sugars in. And nowadays they put sugar in a lot of foods.
They do.
A lot. Even things that you would never think of sugar, and it's still in there. It's still in there. We're doing well. Hi, Madison. We miss you. We're doing well down here. No illness so far. Just my brother, but they're in Belgium. My brother's got the flu with his family. But we're doing all right. Thank you, Sylvia. Merry Christmas to you too, my love. Okay. Let's get you a card, Madison. Let's get you a card. Okay. Madison. His name is Jordan and he's missing. Okay. I can try and see if I can pick up on something. But let's do Madison first.
Hello, Madison. I didn't forget about you. Santa doesn't forget.
Santa will stop by.
Make sure you have cookies and milk.
Card for Madison, please. Whoop. There it went. Ooh, bat. See through the illusion into truth. Bat. A bat is such a cool animal. I think they're cool. Really smart, too. Madison, what am I getting for you? It's almost like they're saying because I'm really being drawn to the moon in this picture. It's almost like they're saying, in order to see the moon, the glory of the moon, you have to look at, it sounds like the light. What does that mean?
And how to hope.
Sam's going to take his coat off. It's too hot in here. It's because of me. I'm burning up. It's like they're following the path to the moon. It's like in order for you to see your path, your destination, your journey more clearly, you have to stop looking at the path, but you have to start feeling your feet. What does that mean? It kind of means that in order for you to see the truth and walk the truth, you have to trust your feet to get you there. Okay? You got to trust yourself. You create the reality, not the path. Okay? A lot of people have this understanding that as long as I follow the path, the reality that I'm meant to experience is going to come on that path. And to a certain degree, that is correct. I mean, before you're born, you come up with this idea, these intentions for life, and you set certain chess pieces in play. But overall, it's you and you alone while you're here, together with the support of your higher self, that chooses the kind of reality it wants to see. So in order for you to understand your path, to understand where you're going, you have to first make a choice where you want to go. Okay, you have to trust your feet, your body to take you in the direction of where you need to go. So look beyond the illusion, they say, into truth, but it's really about understanding that there is no for you as an individual. You're the creator, so you don't have to wait for something to come onto your path that you can then align with. No, you create it yourself, and then that becomes part of the reality, and then you align with that into your reality. Does that kind of do you understand what I'm trying to say? I don't know if that makes it, if I'm making sense. Does that make sense? You first have to create it, okay? Some people will wait and wait and wait, and well, I hope something comes on my path. I hope I'm, no, you're the creator, okay? You get to make the decisions. Your spiritual team, once you make a decision, your spiritual team will then go, okay, now we know what she wants. Now we're going to guide her there, okay? But a lot of people, and I'm not saying that's you, but a lot of people, they ask their team, what do I do next? What's the next step? And your spiritual team will always say the same thing. Well, the next step is you have to tell us what the next step is, and then we'll help you get there. Do you understand? A lot of people are waiting for outside validation of someone or something to tell them what they're meant to experience. But the truth is, that's your job. You're the creator. Everything else, the universe, your spiritual team, your angels, your deceased loved ones, are simply there to then assist you in bringing that into your reality. Does that make sense? I want a clean house. Good. Send that out there. Okay. And maybe somebody will come in and say, ooh, this is kind of messy. Do you need some help? Okay. And then make sure you accept the help. Because a lot of people, they're like, I need help. They pray, please send me some help. I need some help. Please send me some help. And then their friends or family members go, do you need some help? We can help you with that. And then you're like, and then the ego goes and thinks, oh no, if I ask for help, they're going to think I can't do it on myself. And then you go, no, that's okay. I got it. And then the universe is like, do. You ask for help, the universe sends you help, and then you decline it. And it's not you, Madison. This is an overall thing. Okay. But I hope that makes sense, Madison. You're the creator. Okay. Don't wait for a signal or a sign out from outside of yourself to show you where to go or to tell you what to accomplish in life. You create, you decide, and then your team and the universe will help you get there. Okay. There's Jada. I think Santa might need to go say hello.
So right back.
My daughter's like, what's going on? Okay. I hope that helps, Madison. It's almost like you already know this, but it's like they want to make it clear and validate that. Okay. You're the ultimate designer. Okay. They're just there to help you get to where you decide to go. Let the universe, yes, you come up with the ideas, the universe does the work, and all you need to do is just simply follow that inner guidance, because the inner guidance is the universe, your higher self, your spiritual team, your angels telling you where to go. Okay? But you ultimately decide what your creation looks like. All righty? Okay. Is that narcissistic? I have no idea. Okay, let's see. Cindy Nelson, my mom is bedridden and I've been taking care of her. I've asked my sister to take her, and now I feel I don't know what to do. It's an awful situation. I'm so tired. It does take a lot of courage. It takes a lot of courage and a lot of love to take care of somebody um, who's no longer capable of taking care of themselves. But I do feel like, wait, what was the name again? Cindy Nelson. Let me get you a card, Cindy. Okay. Cindy Nelson. Yes, you went. Okay. Let's see. Woo! There it went, Cindy. Donkey, keep your heart open no matter what. Keep your heart open no matter what. You gotta, Cindy, when it comes to taking care of people, you have to. My daughter's screaming. You have to open your heart and look at it from a different perspective. It is tiring. It is exhausting. Trust me, I know. I take full-time care of 2 handicapped children. So who 15 and 13 and still cannot brush their own teeth, get themselves dressed. And this will probably be forever for us. So you have to look at it from a perspective of I'm here as a gift. I'm here as a gift. She says, I've been doing it for years with no help, but only criticism. Well, it doesn't matter what other people tell you. It doesn't matter what the individual tells you even. You have to see it from your perspective. You are learning about unconditional love. You are learning to give without asking anything for in return. And that is a very, very powerful and very, very expansive for the soul. Okay, that we have to go through challenging times, but we continue to do it because there's love. Okay, because in some way or form you have compassion, you have love, you have the drive to take care of somebody who cannot take care of themselves. It's the ultimate sacrifice on one hand, but that said, on the other hand, you do have to try and create moments for yourself, okay? Whether that is through meditation or whether that is going for a walk or whether it is talking to people about your feelings, about, expressing what you're going through, even writing it down. Sometimes you can write a whole book just about how you take care of somebody and how it's challenging you, how it was challenging your mind. A lot of wonderful things can come from taking care of others, even if it is extremely challenging. But you do have to find 5 minutes, 10 minutes here, 5 minutes there to disconnect, to unwind. Use music. Music is a great healer. Music is a great way to remove stress, to remove anxiety, to remove any kind of frustration that you might have. You're going to learn how to take care of yourself as well as taking care of others. Okay? It's about finding that balance. I don't have the time or energy to write. Well, we have to make time. Time is not a linear aspect. Do you see what I'm saying? It's an idea. And the more you believe that you don't have time, the shorter your day will be. Time doesn't really exist. It's a perception. of something that is man-made. Okay? But we can change that perception by changing how we feel about it. Okay? Does that make sense? That's why sometimes time can go real fast. And then if you're doing something else, for example, you're waiting for some kind of paperwork and it's by some governmental institution, and you feel like you've been there all day long. You see what I'm saying? My question was about my other family members helping you. Unfortunately, it's about opening your heart. You can't force people to take that job, and nobody can force you either. There's always a solution, is what they're saying. There's always a solution. There's always a solution. Okay. I'm not her only daughter or child, and she has 17 grandchildren. Well, it's about standing your ground, isn't it? It's about saying, okay, I need a new schedule. I'm going to take care of her from this time to this time. Who's going to take care of her from this time to this time? It's about putting up your boundaries, setting it out. And if they don't, then you just drop her off. Here she is. Have fun with her. It all falls on me because you're not standing up. That's the thing. You got to put your boundaries up. It's because they know that they can take advantage of you. Don't let them. Stand in your power. They don't want to take care of her. You put her in a wheelchair. You drop her off at the front door, and you say, "I'll come pick her up in a month." You gotta be strong. It may seem cruel, but that's the thing. That's what happened. I stood up and now I feel bad. Well, but that's the thing. Don't feel bad. You have to stand up for yourself. You have to keep your own sanity. Yeah. You shouldn't feel bad. It shouldn't fall on you. And you have to own that. You have to say, no, everybody's her family. So therefore everybody needs to pitch in. Boom. Done. There's no need to feel guilty about that at all. There's not. Set your boundaries. Okay. There's a lot of people that can help out. You have to stand up for yourself, and you can't go into self-destruction mode. No. See it from a different perspective. Okay. You want to say something?
Yes.
Santa wants to tell you something.
Yeah. What you have to learn is the families can be very complex sometimes, though. And sometimes they'll look to certain people to carry all the burden and all the stuff for everybody else. But the problem is that you can't carry everybody's burden all the time, though. So you have to be able to take care of yourself too, though, because sometimes it can drain energetically if you carry too much of a burden. Okay?
Yeah, you gotta.
So you have to learn
take care of
you have to
yourself.
learn to say, okay. You have to know your limitations too, as well as an individual. Saying, okay, I can help other people though, but also have to be able to help myself though too as well. If I'm not capable of helping myself, how am I going to help others?
If you're completely drained and you got nothing left to give, you're not going to be able to help your mother either. No. Do you see what I'm saying? You got to find balance. And so you have to, if there's other people to share the burden, then share it. Mm-hmm. And you have to claim it. Don't take no for an answer. Don't let them talk you out of it. Claim your boundaries. You have to say, look, I got to keep my sanity too. I need time to recharge. I'm doing what I can, but you all need to help out. End of discussion. And you leave. Boom. You set it down. Okay. So there you go. Okay.
Hello?
Hmm? Did you want to say something else?
Oh, I have one quick one.
Oh, now I was gonna let's see here. I forgot who it was, but somebody wanted something about a boy. But if you're still there, write it again. Lace. Violent hippie. The violent hippie. Don't be violent, honey. Be the loving hippie. Be the loving hippie. Violence is never good. I forgive you. Change that name to loving hippie. Change it. Okay. Woo! Well, that went fast. Lilac, Higher Realms and Magic, number 54. Okay, this is for Lace, the violent hippie. The loving hippie. I don't like the word violent. Okay. Time to start believing in magic, I hear. Okay. 2025, it's almost like they're saying 2025 is really going to be a year of manifestation for you. So really get into the zone of manifesting. Really write down the things you desire to experience, feel them, envision them, whatever you need to do to create the emotional content of your dreams, of your desires, of the desired experiences. And then it's almost like 2025 is really going to be a supportive year where you got to believe in the magic, right? Where the magic starts to happen. It just feels like you've done a lot of hard work. You've really expanded. You've done a lot of cleansing. You've done a lot of trying to get through things. You've done a lot of changing perspectives and so on and so forth. So you've done a lot of work, and it's like 2025 is where you're going to see the magic happen, where all that hard work is going to be manifest or presenting itself. Like it's almost like you've planted so many seeds and you've watered them and you've taken care of the soil and you've de-weeded it, but you still for quite some time you're kind of stressed that you haven't seen the results of all that hard work. And they're saying 2025 is where you're going to start to see the magic bean grow. Okay, where your crops will be ready for picking. And all you need to do is just, get excited. Okay, that's what they want. They want you to get excited. They want you to be ready to receive and to start envisioning what it is that you want exactly. Okay, send out the request. It's there. The universe was supportive. The energies for you in 2025 will be supportive. And now all you need to do is just start to align with it on an emotional level in order to receive it. Okie dokie. So there you go. Emma, please answer the Iceland girl for God's sake. Her grandson is missing. Well, I know, but I can't find it anymore. Okay. Oh, right there. Missing grandson Jordan. Is he alive? And will we find him? I do feel like he's alive. Let me get a card. I'm getting a lot of missing kids lately. I just had a missing girl last few weeks ago here in Britannia. Everybody was calling me, where is she? I said she was still alive, but some man had taken her and she was no longer in Britannia, but close by. Well, they did find her. She was alive, thank God. Somebody did take her. She was in a cellar somewhere, and they found her in Normandy. So I will try my best, but I do feel Jordan is still alive. I feel he's still alive, but for some reason, I feel like he walked out himself. I feel like this is a choice. He was not taken. I feel like he chose to leave for whatever reason. That I don't know. Swan, demonstrate grace and majesty. Okay. It's kind of a weird card, but it's about faith. being drawn to the heart that's glowing. It's almost like have faith that he will be found. I'm trying to see if I can pick up on where he might be, but I keep seeing him on the road. It's almost like hitchhiking. The thing is, he feels like a really good kid, though. Really good heart. Sensitive. Very sensitive, but not communicative. Very introvert. It sounds like he builds up stuff. He holds stuff inside, and instead of trying to express them or deal with them, his idea is to run away from it. I just hope he doesn't, meet the wrong people along the way. We're going to have to all send him protection and guidance so he can come back home. I'm not getting where he is. I think he's still in the country, though. I don't think he's left the country. But I keep seeing him like on foot and then taking rides. Catching rides. So yeah, that's all I'm getting though. But I do feel like he is still okay for now. I feel like cameras, like facial recognition, is going to pick up on him somehow. They're going to find him. They're going to find him. Okay, sorry. That's all I can find at the time. They're not giving me an exact location. They never do. I've never had an exact location on where people are. I can just pick up on whether or not they're still alive. For some reason, I keep seeing them in my head hitchhiking, like taking rides. Okay, so let's everybody send him protection and guidance so he can come back home. For some reason, I feel like he's confused. There's something, he's confused. It's almost like the world has gotten so confusing that he can't see beyond his fear and beyond his frustration in some way. So I just feel like he's,
Yeah. Can I say something?
Yeah, sure.
My best thing to say is just stay positive.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Know he's in good spirits. Know he's with you at all times, though. And to send him lots of love and warm embrace. Because you have to remember is try to focus on staying positive. Okay? Yeah. Send good positive vibrations, though, knowing he's okay and he's safe and he'll come back, okay? Always think of that, all right? That's the most important thing you can do, all right? All right?
The thing is, the new generation are very often are not taught anymore how to deal with their emotional distress. Everything has to be perfect, The moment something isn't perfect, it's being attacked, it's being judged. And so the young generation doesn't express anymore because they don't want to be judged for it. They have to keep up the perfect picture because society has become so judgmental of each other that, oh, you're weak or you're this or you're that whenever you're not having a good day. So the younger generation also don't know how to talk to one another anymore. When I was a kid, we talked about stuff on the playground. We talked about everything. Now they just send text messages. They don't even know how to communicate with one another anymore. So a lot of children and a lot of young people, young adults are lost. They don't know how to handle these feelings that they have anymore. And a lot of parents, a lot of kids nowadays, they grow up with parents that have to work 2 jobs or both have to go to work or just to make ends meet because life's gotten so expensive. So their parents are hardly ever home to even have somebody to talk to anymore. Or when the parents come home, they're so exhausted, they just don't want to be bothered. So, and I'm not saying this is the case, but it is a fact that young generation has a hard time finding somebody to talk to or even know how to express what they feel and even how to deal with that. Because they're so overprotected now, the parents are too overprotective. The kids don't know what it feels like to handle disappointment. Everybody's a winner nowadays, but the problem with that is, how do you learn to deal with disappointment if not winning? It's something we have to learn ourselves. We have to teach ourselves how do I deal with not being a winner or losing. It's a very important lesson. It really is. And a lot of the kids nowadays don't have that anymore. They don't know how to deal with disappointment because everything is instant. They want a movie, they press a button. In our days, we had to wait till the movie came out and then had to go to the movie theater and then had to be disappointed over and over again because somebody rented it out before you. Do you see what I'm saying? Right? We had to deal with disappointment all the bloody time. But now kids, everything is instant. Instant music, instant movies. You order something on Amazon and it gets delivered the next day. Everything is instant, instant, instant. There's no more communication between young people. There's no more communication between parents and their kids. Well, on most cases, not all. Okay. And they're incapable of dealing with deep feelings. Okay. And so unfortunately, there's a massive kids missing. A lot of it, is bad people also taking them, of course. But there's also a lot of kids that are either suicidal or that are just taken off because they just want to run away from the reality that they know because they don't know how to handle it. So unfortunately, there's a lot of stuff going on in the new generation. And that's why it's important, I feel, for me, for example, I'm a spiritual teacher, but I'm not scared to tell my followers and to tell everybody I'm having a shitty day. It's okay. People and kids need to understand that it's okay. Life's not going to be perfect. If you're focusing and trying to mimic life on what you see in the celebrities and on TV, I can tell you that's not life. And the kids need to become aware of that. We need to teach them that is an illusion. That is bullshit. Okay. And the celebrities are the least people we should put on a pedestal. They have the most problems of all of them. Okay. Do you see what I'm saying? So we need to make that very clear to our children. Okay. And we need to give them the tools, how to meditate, how to sit with their feelings, how to process their feelings. That's what we need to focus on for the new generations. Okay. But that's still in the making. Okay. Because there's so many gurus and spiritual teachers out there. And if you have to believe what they say, everything's always perfect for them. Well, that's the biggest BS in the world. You can be as connected to the universe as you want. You're still going to have shitty days because it's a world of duality. You're here to have the shit because without shit, you can't grow flowers. Okay. But you want both. You want the flowers, so you got to get the shit with it. Which how it goes.
What you have to remember is that the younger generation, they were raised different than we were. They were raised with, everything is now, and they never had to wait for anything. So they have these expectations of certain things that, hey, this is going to happen now. Like when we were children, when we grew up, everything was a process. You had to wait though, and sometimes you go to a video store, like you're waiting for that certain movie. They're like, oh. And then, you have to keep waiting weeks and weeks, sometimes months even before you get to see the movie. Like, damn it. You get disappointed, though. And the younger generation, they're not used to that as much, though, too. Mm-hmm. But also, too, this younger generation, too, is this, though, as well, is they're not getting educated in the way they should be educated anymore. You know what I'm saying? They're not learning to deal with their emotions anymore. They're not learning to deal with how to overcome certain obstacles in their lives, though, as well anymore, too, which I think is also affecting them as well, too, though. Because they don't know how to handle certain situations anymore, because they weren't taught how to handle certain situations, because they didn't learn to.
That's what I just said.
Yeah.
Just repeating me. You're stealing my thunder.
Don't interrupt Santa. It's fine to interrupt Santa. We'll put it on my list.
Okay. Well,
no,
but it's true. It's, you know, the thing is, you need to see all of it as an opportunity for expansion, an opportunity for growth. Whenever something goes bad in my life, I look at it and go, I wonder how I can turn that bad into a good. What can I do to get the best out of this experience? Even though I don't like it, it's uncomfortable, makes me feel scary from time to time. What can I do to make that experience something valuable? Okay. And that's the thing. You got to understand that you came here knowing very consciously that you're going to get into shit, you know, that you're going to have days that it's going to be all crap. Okay. You knew that before you came into this world. You knew you signed up for a world of duality because it's in that positive and negative that you truly understand both sides, and also both sides that lies within you. So we have to have the experience of both angles in order to fully and truly understand our true source of existence. Okay, so we got to see it as a gift. All righty.
And like I said, the young generation, they'll find their way too, though, as well. But, you know, sometimes we have to help them learn to teach them how to find ways too, though. But also at the same time, though, too, if the younger generation wants to evolve, they also have to start looking for the answers within inside themselves as well, too, though, to help them as well.
Yeah, but that's the thing. We have to get kids away from the idolization of what they see on TV and on their phones, and bring them back to the real world where people, well, life sometimes is a challenge, and where, you know, we have the ability to communicate and really love each other, you know. Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, kids need to learn how to communicate with one another again too. I mean, most parts, if you think about it, when we were kids, who were the people we talked to about our problems at home?
No.
Kids in school. We always had a little group that we belonged to.
Well, my case would be the elves and the reindeer.
Yeah, you're elves. Yeah. Right? I mean, think about it.
But they were good listeners.
That's the thing, though. Let's see. Andy Nelson. Let's do Andy. Another Nelson. Too many Nelsons. Andy Nelson. That's what I did, you know. Oop. I pushed a button. Hold on. I always talked to the people, and I was kind of an outcast because I was weird, right? But I attracted everybody. Everybody that was kind of excluded from the popular kids, they came to me. We started our own group of the unpopular kids because the unpopular kids were cool in our eyes. But we had somebody to talk to. You know, you talked about your stuff. But nowadays, kids, now all they talk about is how popular they are and how many likes they got and how much views they got. And it's like, it's all about trying to reach a standard that most kids can't even get to. And then they feel like crap. And then they go down and they start to get depressed.
Japanese dog and low riders and low ladies.
Boom, Andy. What do we got here? The owl. Listen to the messages of the angels. And the rat. Be true to yourself and the universe will reward you. Andy Nelson. Andy, my sweet, sweet Andy. It's almost like you're having a down moment and you're starting to question whether, you know, if it's your fault. And the thing is, it's not your fault. I feel like you went really good for a while and now you kind of crashed and burned. And you're thinking, oh man, you know, I'm going backwards in my evolution. And I'm here to tell you that you're not. What you're feeling, what you're experiencing is caused by the outer energies. It's caused by the collective energies that are being sent to Earth to disconnect you from a 3D reality. And it's painful and it's confusing and it kind of disrupts everything about you. It even disrupts for many of us our connection. It disrupts the connection to self. It's just overall disruptive, okay? And that's what you're feeling. That's what you're going through, Andy. So you're not going backwards. You're not losing your connection. Trust that the angels are with you. Trust that the universe is guiding you, but it's doing it in a way that you're currently not able to pick up on due to the disruption of the universal energies being forced into this earth. It's almost like it's being pumped in there in order to separate the 3D from the 5D reality. So trust, because 2025 for you is going to be eye-opening, they say. It's going to be eye-opening. I can see this. It's like kind of like the eye. It's the eye that opening, okay? It's going to be an eye-opening year for you that's really going to validate the hard work that you've been doing and create and bring much more clarity for you. So just hang in there in that little state of, okay? You're all right. You're doing okay. Allow yourself to feel, because things are going to pick up starting January. All right? You're going to be fine. Trust me. Okay. Yes, you can pick one. Gerald's going to pick one. Okay, guys, here we go.
Oh, let's see what Santa's going to come up with here. Who's been naughty? Who's been nice?
Who's been naughty? Who's been nice? Thank you, Cindy, for that donation. Really appreciate it. Santa's picky.
I'm using my magic.
Santa's using the magic.
Well. Let's do
Georgia Mackie. Okay, Georgia Mackie. Santa has chosen Georgia Mackie. Or Mackie. I don't know how you say it. Mackie. Georgia. Oh. Well, every little bit helps, my love. Every little bit helps.
It's a thought that counts, Cindy.
Yes, we truly appreciate it. Ooh-bah. Sharon, can animals understand me when I talk to them? I wish I could hear them. Yes, they can, but they pick up on the energy frequency of your words, your tone. That's how they translate your communication. Animals don't communicate back in words. They communicate back in feelings and in pictures. So be very mindful of what you see in your mind when you talk to them and what you feel in your heart, because that's how they communicate. They don't use language. They use what's that called? Telepathy, yes. which happens in thoughts, thought form and feeling form. Okay, so I'm sure I'm sure you're picking up on the communication. You're just limiting yourself because you want to control how the communication comes to you. You can't do that. If you try to control the communication, then you're not going to receive it. You simply have to allow the communication to show up in the way that it shows up and work with that. Okay? Don't pre-design what it needs to come in thought form. Don't pre-design it. Spirits, they don't. I do animal communication sessions weekly. I've never had an animal communicate in thought form. They don't send me words. They send me feelings and pictures. And you have to learn to translate the feelings. So do they communicate? Absolutely, just in a different way. And feelings can be translated into words. And that's what you need to work on. My cat talks. He says, Mama. Yeah, certain animals are starting to repeat certain sounds. To them, they don't understand the word mama, but they do, and they mimic the sound. And they know that for some reason that reconnects to you, for example.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of changes in animals over the last few years, how they're communicate with each other though as well. And you're seeing really expansion as well too around the world, more and more. We're seeing certain animals connect with certain animals that would never connect with each other.
Well, and the thing is, let me tell you something that's going to blow your mind. Ready? I'm going to blow your mind. Okay. A lot of people think that animals are ascending just like we are. Now they are ascending. However, they're not changing how they communicate to us. We're changing and reaching their level of communication. Okay. So understand that animals are far more evolved than we are. Okay. Humans don't want to accept that. They have to be the most evolved ones. Well, you're wrong. Okay. They have the ability to see spirit, to hear spirit. They are connected to higher realms. They fully live in the moment. They fully live with their intuition 100%. Okay. They're far more advanced than we are. However, a lot of people are moving into a higher frequency, a fifth dimensional plane. We have changed. Since 2012, people have gone through ascension. Not all, but a large amount of people have gone through ascension. And so what happens is we raise our vibration and we actually get closer to, they're higher than we are. We actually get closer to them. And so we start to understand each other. Okay, we're starting to understand them, not the other way around, because they've been mimicking our sounds for quite some time, but only now are we making the conscious observation of understanding exactly the sounds that they're mimicking. Does that kind of make sense? So we're catching up to them, not them catching up to us. We're moving into a vibration where telepathy will become much more easier to be utilized. Okay. And so therefore we will translate what we hear into something we can understand. Not all animals that have been attacked and hospitalized by a dog. That doesn't mean they're not far advanced. That just simply means that there was a miscommunication between your body language, or sometimes there are dogs that have mental problems, just like humans. That does exist, that come in with mental problems, that are born with brain issues. So that could be it too. Georgia Mackie, Gaia Gateway activation, learning experiences, wisdom transmission, earth intelligence. Okay. There we go. And then we have star being, healing codes, important information, wounds are healed, recharging. Okay, let's see. It's all about, you see how that light is like going into the earth, Santa?
Mm-hmm,
you see, there's the earth.
Mm-hmm, of course.
And like here, it's rainbows being sent to the earth. Here, it's light being sent to the earth. So it's almost like Georgia, they just want to validate to you. It's almost like you've been asking yourself, or maybe you wanted validation, but they're validating that you are moving into a fifth dimensional plane. Okay. If you look at both cards, there's the earth, right? Here, it's all this light. Oh, I'm so bad at this. All this light coming in, okay? You're being surrounded by light. You're in a version of earth that is on a higher vibration. Same here. The version is being infused with all these, what's it called? Rainbows. Okay, it's almost like they just want to validate that you don't need to worry about missing the boat. to go to the fifth dimensional plane. You're already anchored in. You're already anchored in. You're just simply still observing the 3D world, but it's very important that you emotionally disconnect from the 3D world. What you see out there, all the suffering, all the manipulation, all of that, disconnect from it emotionally. Okay, why? Because as long as we are emotionally attached to the 3D world, we somehow anchor ourselves into that reality. We can observe the 3D world, but we have to be very clear with ourselves that we're just observing a world that's no longer part of ours, like you're watching a movie. That doesn't mean we don't care. It doesn't mean that we're heartless. It just simply means that in order for us to stop what's going on in the 3D world, we have to move into a 5D reality where those who manipulate and control everyone cannot follow us. We have to create a new world and then help those who are still stuck in the 3D world through example how to move into a 5D reality, okay? So what we're doing is not selfish. It is simply our way of establishing a 5D reality so we can create a place where other people can then follow us through our example, okay? But we can't do that unless we disconnect. We no longer participate in their stories. We no longer participate in their manipulation. We no longer participate in the story of separation, okay, of trying to push everybody against each other, of judgment, and so on and so forth. No, we choose to focus on what we want in life. We choose to focus on creating our new reality while simply disconnecting and just simply observing the 3D for what it is, a story that just no longer aligned with our truth. Does that kind of make sense? But you are, it's almost like this is validation, okay? Maybe you've been worried, am I in the 5D? Am I in the 3D? Where am I? But they're just here to validate that you are in the 5D. And I'm running out of space to write. That you are in the 5D and that you don't need to worry about it. You're simply still observing it, but try and disconnect from it emotionally and just simply see it as you watching a story that's starting to disappear. Okay, a story that's no longer going to be fed with enough energy and enough focus to continue to play out. Okay, and that's how we remove ourselves from the toxicity of those who have manipulated us in the past. Woo-hoo. All right, we're going to do one more. Okay.
Who should we pick?
Let's see, who are we being drawn to? Anyway, I'm so happy you guys are all with us today. Hopefully this will add a little bit to your expansion and also give you a little bit of holiday cheer. Let's see. Chelsea Thomas. Let's go with Chelsea. What do you think? Chelsea?
It's fine. I was thinking about her name, but okay.
Which one were you thinking?
I was thinking of Emma.
Emma X?
Yes.
All right, fine. We'll do Emma X too. But first we'll do Chelsea and then Emma X. And then we'll do a group card for everybody. Okay? Sound good? All right. I chose Chelsea Thomas. Santa chose Emma X. Okay. Let's start with Chelsea. All right. And then we'll do a group card for everybody. Boink. Did you see that fly, Santa?
Yes, I did.
When I lean on the faith of the universe, peace becomes real. Chelsea. You have to find peace within your situation. The moment you let go, the moment you surrender to everything is the way it's meant to be. Okay? Even if it might not be fully what the human ego wants, if you can find peace and comfort in knowing that everything will unfold the way it's meant to unfold, then you won't have to feel so alone anymore, because the universe is with you, your team is with you, your higher self is with you. You're never alone. You're always being observed. You have a council, a council that is writing down everything, registering everything into the archives of the universe. And so you actually have a minimum of about 20 souls who are with you every minute of every day. So, and the illusion of being alone, the illusion of solitude, is just simply that. It is an illusion. And if you just have faith that everything will unfold the way it needs to unfold, then the more we surrender to that, the more we let go of the need to change that, the more you're going to see change happen. Why? Not because you want the change, not because you forced the change, but simply because when we let go of that control, or we let go of the idea that things should be this way and not that way, when we let go of that vibration, then we can actually be very much surprised, and we'll see that there's much more that was meant to come in, but we were blocking it for some reason. We were blocking it on either a conscious or an unconscious way. So the more we trust, the more we flow, the more we just allow the energies that are guided by us through the higher self to do what it needs to do, the more the human ego gets out of the way, the more you're going to be surprised on what's yet to come. And I do feel like there is love to come. I do feel there is connectivity to come, but we have to get out of our own way. Okay? So surrender, have faith, and trust that even if it's almost like even if things continue the way that they are, that means that, that everything it's meant to happen that way. That's just how it is. And there's beauty, and there's going to be expansion to be found in that. Does that make sense? But the universe could just surprise you. And I think you're going to find more, for some reason, I feel like you're going to get more surprised than things going the way it's going now. I feel like lots of surprises are waiting to happen for you if you just fully embrace, find joy and wholesomeness in your current situation. You are perfect in every way. Your life is perfect in every way. Try and see it, find gratitude for what you have, and understand that everything unfolds the way your soul wants it to unfold. So find gratitude for that as well. And then let's see what happens once all those boundaries and those restrictive energies are being let go of. You might just be surprised of what is yet to come. Okay? That is the message for you today. Emma X. What does your mom want to tell you today? For some reason, I feel like your mom is here. Did it say anything about her mom? I don't remember. Eagle sees opportunities courageously. Ooh. That's positive. Emma, it's time to fly. Spread those wings and fly. It's time that you know just how majestic you are. Okay. It's time to understand and to embrace just how courageous you are. You've come and picked a timeline in the human reality that is very challenging. Okay, that is very expansive, but takes a lot of patience from you. I just feel like you're here to learn patience. You're here to learn how to become a manifestor. You're here to see the world. I feel like you're here I can see you fly and just, discover how beautiful the planet is that you live on. So it just feels like you're here to see things, you're here to travel, you're here to explore things, but you have to be brave enough to go for it, to take risks, to take challenges, to do whatever you need to do to support that dream, to support the desire, to not just wait for things to happen, but to also take action, you know, for whatever it is that you need, whether it's finances, you know, take action. Work together with people to raise money, to raise fundings, whatever you need to do what you need to do. But you're here to be adventurous. You're here to explore yourself in different places with different connections and different relationships, and in doing so discovering just how wonderful and majestic and divine that you truly are. Okay, so your mom just wants you to live your best life. You know, you're just wonderful, and you just need to know it. You need to glide through your life with grace, with a knowing that you are bigger than life. Okay, she just wants you to know you are huge. You are the entire universe, not just a speck on it. You're the entire thing experiencing itself. Ask him. Ask Emma. Sorry. Ask Emma. Okay. But you are the entire creation. Okay. You got to walk in the world knowing that, feeling that into your heart, and understanding that everything I want is within reach if only I start to align with the truth. And the truth is, I am all that is.
And this remember is important thing is you have to remember, Ellis, don't think you are, know that you are.
Mm-hmm.
Right? There's knowing the path and there's walking the path.
You got to walk it. You got to know it, and then you got to walk it. It's both.
Yep.
It's both, Dina. First, you got to know it in your heart.
Of course.
And then you got to walk it.
Yep.
You got to become your truth. You got to become your truth.
True, but you got to be able to talk the talk, but you also have to be able to walk the walk too.
All right, let's try this one. Let's go for a group card for everybody.
Yep.
For everybody. Oh my God. My neck's hurting. I am love. I am light. I am one with source. I am. There you go. Yes, ma'am. So much responsibility in my life. Know that you always have a choice. Your biggest responsibility is the one you have with yourself, towards yourself. You're responsible for your own creation. And no matter what the problem is, there's always a solution to find balance, to find joy, to see challenges from a pink perspective, to see them as opportunities and not as challenges. Everything can be seen as something wonderful, an experience to be had to make you stronger, to make you more self-aware, to understand your divine abilities, and so on and so forth. Pig, maintain self-worth and self-esteem. This is for everybody. This is for everybody. Maintain self-worth and self-esteem. I mean, it's the most important thing in your reality, because if you're in a good place, then you can help others to do the same. Okay? You're the light. You're the example that people will follow. We don't need to force our truths on other people. We don't need to convince them of our truths. We simply need to become the truth. We need to allow it to infuse our life, our actions, our reactions. And it is through our being. It is through what we gift to the world that people will see themselves and their own possibilities. Okay, you have to live a life of example. Whatever you want to experience in the reality outside of yourself, you have to first be able to give it to yourself. Okay, you want to see love, you have to give love. Okay, you want to see abundance, you have to give. whether it's like um, gifting your, a listening ear to somebody, whether it's gifting a hug. Sometimes people say, well, I don't have anything to give, I don't have any money to give, but you don't need to give physical things. You can give a lot of different things, helping somebody with advice, be a listening ear, be giving somebody a hug, giving somebody a sandwich, whatever it may be, giving somebody your old clothes, giving the toys that you don't play with anymore to other people who might need it, who might not be able to afford a Christmas for their children. There's always something to give. Okay. And what you want to receive, you have to give. You have to first be able to give it, and then you'll see that everything comes back to you, and everything, leaves a mark on the people that you give it to. Somehow it's going to affect them, and then how they're going to treat other people, and so on and so forth. So be the person you want others to be to you as well. Okay. You got to be an example, but it starts with understanding your worth, understanding that you're an immortal divine source projecting itself in a temporary virtual reality in order for you to have experience about yourself that you cannot have in your natural state, because the lower vibrations, fear, worry, anxiety, sadness, grief, all of that cannot be experienced in your natural state. Why? Because your natural state starts in an 18th dimension. And over there, the vibrations are too high in order for you to experience those low, dense vibrations of negativity. So we choose to have a virtual reality, a temporary virtual reality, which is just a dream state. Spirit has told me that dying is just waking up and realizing that it was all one big dream. Okay, that's what death feels like. It is just waking up from a dream and having the realization that that entire life was simply a dream that you had, that was made, that felt really real, but it's not. It's just a projection of your consciousness into a temporary virtual reality. So the moment you start to realize that you're much bigger than this character that you're playing here on earth, that there's much more to you than this character here on earth, and that the moment you start to understand that, look, what you do here does not define who you are in your essence, does not define your soul. Okay. What you do, however, do is you learn what it feels like to know your truth. For example, in your natural state that you are a loving being. Okay. But how do you know unless you've experienced the opposite of being loving? Okay. That's why you come down here, to experience the opposite of that. So really look at this world and yourself as just a temporary character trying to create the best journey, the best movie, the best video game for itself in order to better understand itself. That's all it is. So if you want happiness, you have to create it. You're the creator. Okay. You have to feel it beyond what is your current situation. The more you start to feel it, the more you're going to align with a parallel version of the earth that you're currently inhabiting, that has more high vibrational experiences, more joy, more abundance, and so on and so forth. You have to understand that within each dimension, there is an infinite amount of parallel realities, parallel versions of you walking around in these parallel realities. Okay. That's why there's such a thing as the Mandela effect. Every morning you have the chance of changing your frequency and aligning with a different reality where things are just a tiny little bit different. Okay. And that's why so many people remember certain things a certain way, and now it's completely different. They're like, no, it was like this. Well, that's why. Okay. Because you just chose to wake up. Well, you don't choose it, but depending on your frequency, the more higher in frequency you go, the more you move up into a parallel reality that is matching that frequency. Okay. And that's what we've been doing. That's why all these Mandela effects are getting crazy out of hand, is because we're ascending to a 5D. And just imagine that there's like I'll have a piece of paper. Just imagine that you're on this building You're on a building, and within this building is an infinite amount of floors, and each floor is the same building, the same world, but with just a little bit of different decorations, okay? Where people decided to make different choices about the same events. Just a tiny bit. Very, very subtle changes, okay? Now you're trying to get to the 5D, right? The 5D is over here. 3D down here, 3D, 5D. You're trying to get to 5D. So as people have been ascending like crazy, they've been switching their frequency because they're working on themselves. They're doing internal work. They're doing healing. They're doing forgiveness. They're doing energy cord cutting and so on and so forth. They're changing their understanding of reality. They're changing their understanding of what's going on outside of themselves and so on and so forth. And so every time people are changing their frequency through the changes that they're doing, the cleansing, the clearing, the healing, blah, 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 they're changing their frequency. And so what happens is that each morning, you don't know which parallel version you're actually waking up in. Okay? You're going to wake up in the one that you're aligning with. Okay? And as people have been ascending, they've been all their frequency has been going up and up and up and up because we're trying to match a 5D reality. We're trying to move with Mother Earth, right? So our slowly but surely, these last 12 years, people have been working on raising their frequency. So we've been moving up into these parallel versions of the same Earth within the 3D, trying to get to a 5D reality, okay, where you will also have an infinite amount of parallel realities, okay? And so that's what we've been seeing. That's why now the Mandela effects are going crazy. It's because everybody comes from somewhere down here, and we are moving up into parallel versions where the same people made different choices in movies, for example, okay? Santa's getting antsy. And so we're moving up. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes any sense. But so that's what it is. That's why I made 8 pots of jams. Okay? Now those pots just disappeared. Nobody ate them. They just disappeared. Why? Because I woke up in a reality where my hard work was never done and I never made the pots of jams. So that's kind of annoying. Right? And we're figuring out stuff constantly where we're like, okay, that's not how it was.
True.
So if you're very mindful, you see the changes, and we've been seeing them like crazy, okay, stuff that's been changing constantly around us in our personal life. So is time speeding up? No. I made a whole or perception of time is speeding up because we're vibrating quicker than the outer reality of the 3D world. If you go to patreon.com/Emanuelle McIntosh, there's an extensive post, a channeled post that Spirit explains why we have the perception that time is speeding up. It's very well explained. So we're vibrating faster because we're trying to match a 5D reality. So imagine that our cells are going, but the world around us is still going, okay? So what happens is, since time is an illusion, okay, it's a man-made concept, because we're running, our cells are running. We don't feel like we are. We feel like we're moving our normal pace, but we're not. We're vibrating quicker. And that vibration no longer matches the vibration of the 3D world around us that we're still in, okay? So the body is sprinting while our reality is slowly walking. And so you get the illusion that time is speeding up. It's just you're running faster. Your cells are running faster. They're operating faster. That's really what it is. It's an illusion. Now, once we start to fully emerge in our 5D reality, time's going to seem to slow down again. Why? Because our outer reality, the vibration of the outer reality will match the vibration of the inner reality of our bodies, and therefore time will start to slow down again. Okay? In detail, very extensive posts. It is can be found on. Do we need to slow down then? No, you can't. You can't slow down your cells. You're already emerged to a higher frequency. Okay, if you slow down, then you'll stay in the 3D. So no, you don't want to slow down. No, you're not rushing. That's the whole point. It's your vibration that's heightened. Okay, you're not rushing.
No.
In fact, you actually feel like you can't get anything done in the day because your day is going so fast. See? It's your cells that are vibrating at a higher frequency, not your mind. Your body is vibrating quicker in a reality that's vibrating at a slow pace. Okay? Think about it. Let it sink in. Okay? It's not you. You're not doing extra. It's just your body is, you want to move into a 5D reality. So your cells had to be, that's why it's been so painful these last couple of years. It's painful ascending. It is bloody challenging. Okay?
80%.
It's not for the weak-hearted. It's not for the weak-hearted. Not everybody's going to ascend. A lot of souls don't have the courage to go through that. It is painful. Okay? But we're getting to a stage where things are finally going to, start to feel slowly but surely back to kind of our normal pace. Okay? Only the reality around us is going to start to change. Does that make sense? Okay? Anyway, if you like channeled posts, I try to post weekly, not in December, but because December is kind of a busy month for me. But during the year, I try to make a channel post every week. You can find them on my Patreon page. So www.patreon.com/Emanuelle McIntosh. I'll write it down here. So if you like spirit explaining everything, then you can feel free to go and sign up for that. Let me write it down. Okay. It's only €3 a month with tax. I don't know. It depends on your country. I don't control the tax thing. But you can sign up and cancel at any time and come back. You will always have access to the posts that have already been posted. Right now, there's over 200 channeled posts, including what is the moon, including all kinds of different things about ascension, including we did an interview with the captain of the Titanic, what really happened on the Titanic, and so on. So that was kind of that was an eye-opener. That one went to 2 parts because it was so extensive and detailed. It was pretty cool. All kinds of things, why do we have different blood types? What's going on in the world? Everything. Your questions are being answered by spirit. And I make very extensive posts and detailed posts about those. And one day I'll collect them all and put them into books, but I haven't had time because you guys want so many personalized readings that every time I open my schedule, I get completely booked for the year in just one day. And then I have to disappoint like over 100 people. So you guys keep me too busy for me to put it together into a book, unless somebody's out there that's a writer and can help me collect all my work that's already written, but sort of make it into a, so it nicely transfers from one question into the next. If somebody's out there that is willing to help, let me know, okay? But I'm finding it hard to find time. And I know I have to make time, but then I have to disappoint a lot of people and do much less personal readings. And I know some of you have been waiting for 3 to 4 years to get in. So, I'm trying to take care of everybody all at the same time. But anyway, go check out patreon.com/Emanuelle McIntosh if you're interested in that. I also do these lives weekly for the Patreon members, okay? On YouTube, I only do it once a month, but on Patreon, I do it every weekend, okay? That way, there's also a lot less people on the group, and almost everybody gets a card who shows up live during those weekly sessions. So there's also a lot of other benefits. There's guided meditation videos. There's Q&As. There's all kind of stuff that you can find there that can help you on your journey. Sometimes there's free classes. Sometimes I gift free classes to the Patreon members that online classes that I offer. So there's always something fun and something helpful to be discovered on my Patreon page. I'm not perfect. There are days where I am sick or I can't do it, but I try my very best to do as many posts as I can in a week. Okay. Also on my Patreon right now there is 2025 yearly forecasts per zodiac sign. There are videos per zodiac sign for the entire year forecast. Okay. You can access them if you're a Patreon member, or you can also purchase them separately on my Patreon. Okay, if you just want the video, but know that the price is the same as a monthly prescription. So I would choose for the monthly prescription. But then again, that's just my opinion. Okay, so anyway, do you still channel Eric? Yes, he's my guide. So he's always with me from beginning to end. So he's always going to be there with me. So I have one guide, Eric, and then I have two angels, Marna and Raphael. That's my spiritual team. Anyway, I love you guys. We love you.
We love you.
We want to wish you happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Enjoy the light. That's what I like about Christmas is the lights. Okay. It brings light into very long, dark days over here. Not in Australia. You guys are having summer over there, which is weird, at least for me. It's weird. It's got to be crazy to celebrate Christmas in summer. But over here on this end of the pond, it's cold, it's rainy, it's stormy over here. We haven't seen any snow yet.
Nope.
Not yet. I don't know if we will, though. But we want to wish you a warm, cozy Christmas filled with family and love and good food, because that's what we love the food.
And just remember to just just live in the moments, enjoy each other's company. You know what I'm saying? Acknowledge each other exists in this world, though, because there are people out there that feel lost. Just a simple hi to an individual can change their whole day, and change their whole life. It can change their whole perspective of things. And that's very, very important. We acknowledge each other's existence, though, and that's how we're going to grow and evolve as a society and people in this world.
And it's okay if somebody doesn't see your perspective. It's okay if people have other opinions. It's okay if they have negative opinions or destructive opinions. You have the choice to choose how that affects you. My choice is embrace all with love and compassion, even if it doesn't align with your truth, okay? Because all are here to have a special, unique experience with a unique perspective. And so maybe that is exactly what their soul was trying to have. Okay, it's not up to us to judge what their soul wants to have as an experience on this earth. So embrace all and focus on being a light and an inspiration to others. Because if we can do that, if we can love people and be an inspiration, then hopefully one day, if their soul wants to move in that direction, they will also become a light to someone else. Okay, so there you go.
And this one last thing, though, is just appreciate the small things in life, man, because the small things are the most important. Just a simple
hello and a simple smile can make somebody's day. Yeah. Okay. All right. We love you. We're going to let you go. Mwah.
I have to get to the North Pole.
Santa's got work to do. Got work to do.
Got to check on my naughty nice list. So
checking it twice.
Yep.
All right. You guys have a great rest of your day and happy holidays.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Till next time. Bye.
Bye.